fluency comes with practice. There are goals that have to be met even before fluency, like say grammatical accuracy. You have to make sure that grammatically you are making sound sentences, you are not making as many mistakes over there. Then vocabulary enhancement, and slowly with practice fluency and confidence come in. So that is not exactly something you should be worrying about a lot. It will come in, but you have to also make sure you're practicing speaking, you are talking aloud, of course, to others and to yourself, you're listening and you're reading. Those are going to help you in achieving fluency in some time.
Hmm.
Okay, so do not
Yes.
just rely on one activity, do not just speak. Obviously speaking is important, but also make sure you are reading, also make sure you are listening. Okay,
Hmm.
clear? All
Okay.
right, so
So,
we
ma'am,
will do. Yeah.
just I don't know why do you think that communication skill is very necessary for everyone?
See, communication skill is necessary because how do you communicate without knowing what to say and what not to say, right? So, if you're asking me why I think English communication skills are necessary, unfortunately, that has been the order of the world for some time now, since we are a post colonial nation and most countries, most nations have gone or underwent a colonial phase at some point of time. A lot of these countries have been left with uh, obviously an English speaking population, and also with people who learned English at one point of time and who decided to communicate in that language, right? So if you think of a global language right now, English is not the most spoken language, but it is one of those languages that people understand the most as well. Even in a country like India, in which we have so many different languages, it's not possible to learn all the languages, all the 22 official languages, right? So what do? You'll try to learn one language that is also not intrinsically, say, um, culturally bound to our own roots. So English comes in over there. English helps us to learn a different language and communicate with ourselves as well, with people of different regions. When you go out of the country again, you speak with different people. So you speak with people from America, you speak to people from Europe, you start speaking in English. So that is something that generally helps in the job market as well, because you are going to talk with different people from different parts of the world. You are also going to probably talk with representatives from, say, other parts of the country or other parts of the world. So then English helps, right? You need one language, and fortunately, unfortunately, that has been English for some time now. It is a global language, so you have to know how to speak in it. Otherwise, you will not be able to communicate. You will not be able to prosper in a professional world, I guess. You can hear me perfectly, right?
Right.
Okay. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. What about you?
I'm also doing good. Thank you so much for asking. Your voice is a little low. Maybe you can try speaking a little higher.
Okay, ma'am.
How is English practice going on? I'm meeting you after some time.
My English is going on well.
It is going well?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you reading something these days?
No, I just it's been 1 month. I haven't been practicing English language, and I think it's couple of days. Uh, I started again learning English and started taking session here. So I
Okay.
think yeah, I'm doing great so far.
Okay. Okay. That's good. So we will also. That's fine.
Hmm.
Okay. All
I think
right.
it is very. I think it is very compulsory for everyone nowadays, and
It
because
is compulsory in a way,
yeah, it
yes.
is very compulsory. Because without knowing language, even you can't talk to people. Like if you go outside another city or another state, but you do not have knowledge about their languages, like the language. So how will you interact with them? So definitely, I would say that it is very compulsory. But if I talk about me, so I think it is very crucial language for me. And because
It is what
I
language? It is what
like
language?
it is very most important language for me
It's
because
important.
ma'am,
What
I
language?
am a lawyer, so I was practicing as a lawyer, but it's been 6 months. It's been 6 months. 6 months ago,
Hmm.
I quit my practicing as a lawyer. Then I started learning English, and I started focusing here to my
Hmm.
communication skills so that I can argue with anyone properly. I think I wasn't feeling well, when I used to go. in Kachahari. So they are high court. So they are, people. If I talk about like brilliant, lawyer, like a criminal lawyer. So they had knowledge how to describe things and how to argue with a judge, judges. So I found that I found that my English was very like normal, just
Hmm.
normal. So that's why I thought, okay, let's take a short here on English here. Maybe I would learn from you guys.
I understand that completely. Okay, thank you. Thank you for telling me a little bit about that. I think. All right. So on that note, we will obviously talk a little bit about spontaneous stuff first, and then from there go to the topic of the day. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So since you're talking about English speaking and how it is important for you, can you tell me about maybe one incident that inspired you to take up English speaking more seriously?
Yeah, I think when I came here in Prayagraj city, I think 4 or 5 years ago. So that time I had a friend, so he knew how to speak English language very well. Ma'am, he used to speak very well, like a native speaker. And I astonished. I got like a lot of information from him. And just one day I went to him and like his place, and then I asked him, please, brother, can you teach me? Or can you tell me how can I speak like you? Then he started like laughing, a lot, and then he told me, Sir Wes, it is not a easy task. It is not a cup of tea for everyone. It is a little bit hard not to click for like we are Indian, so we do not have like a this language in English language. So just we are habitual to speak Hindi, our mother tongue, because we are habitual to speak and we know in our childhood. So and but I was so eager to know how to speak in language that time, but I didn't have a smartphone as well, a smartphone, like big phone, yeah, 5G or 4G. Just I had a small phone. It was really not good thing for me. Then I started reading books that time, but I wasn't able to speak English language. And then I told him, told my brother that I need mobile, smartphone. Then I got my mobile, you can say 2 years ago. So since then I have been practicing English.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to
I
good
think
to know.
it's been amazing journey. I have been like having with you all guys. And if I talk about my learners, like my friends, they were nice to me as well. And but they did not have like a good accent or good long knowledge about it, because we were very uh, beginner, you can say,
Hmm. Hmm.
that time at that moment.
Hmm. Okay, all right, I understand. That's good. One thing that I'm noticing is you're missing articles, right? It has been an amazing journey, or I need a mobile phone, right? So, and these are very important, and you have to
Yeah,
take
I
care.
mean, I think I missed a lot of like an article due to movies. Earlier days I used to watch like English movies, so there, I think native speaker they did not, use like articles. Because I look at that like that picture very carefully. I used to listen carefully at their language.
Hmm.
So that's why maybe because I'm habitual to speak like them, not like them, like correct, correct way,
Hmm.
correctly like them. But I
Yeah.
think,
I understand. See, that is fine. I mean, there might be some movies in which they do not use those, but I don't know if they don't use it, or maybe because they speak so fast and they speak in a different accent, it's not as audible. But it is important that since we are learning how to speak in correct English, it's important to know all the elements correctly, right? So
I
it's
agree.
fine. You if you haven't learned how to do it yet, it's fine. But I would suggest that maybe it's articles are very easy to learn. You'll just need maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes to understand where to use what. If you can just go through some videos on it, or you just use some books to understand where to use what articles, I think that's going to help you a lot. So if you just understand that and use it correctly, it's just one thing out of your week. So maybe try doing that too. Okay.
Mm.
And if you watch films now with subtitles, you will see, at least films that I have watched, I've seen articles have been clearly present. So maybe it can be an accent issue, or it can also be, obviously native speakers say a lot of things. Like American speakers will say certain things, UKB
Mm.
speakers. say certain things. So that's fine. That's something you should keep apart and just try to see if you can learn a little more about articles and apply them correctly in time. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they don't speak lang sentences. They just they speak like this. I gotta go. You know, like I gotta go.
Of course,
They
that's
don't
there
use all
absolutely.
sentences like.
Yeah. That's there, of course. So different people would speak differently. That's fine. Our goal is to have more grammatically accurate sentences, so we'll focus on that. Okay, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I think you did well. I would suggest you go a little slow. You want to be fluent, I can understand, but sometimes you're going a little too fast. That is also a problem. Fluency is not going as fast as you can, right? It is also about going at an optimum speed. Okay, so that
So
is
what
something.
can I do, ma'am?
Yeah,
What can I do to? What can
just
I do?
speak yourself down a little. Speak a little slower. If I tell you, okay, you speak fast, what would you do? You'll speak a little slower, right? Just go one level down. Just you can also practice reading aloud. Read at a speed that you think the others will understand. If you go too fast, the others will be like, okay, sorry, what did you say? Can you repeat? So something like that, and that's not something we want. So you need to speed yourself. Like others would probably speed themselves up, you have to speed yourself down. Okay,
Got to.
clear? So that is something we have.
Clear, clear. So,
Okay.
ma'am, do you believe in
Hmm.
a law of attraction?
In what? In law of attraction, as in
Yeah.
manifestation, the
Yeah,
universe?
I mean, you can law of attraction or
Yeah,
manifestation.
I do. I mean, in the sense, if you obviously focus on positive things and you think about them, they will find a way of getting to you. Yes, that's something I believe. Yeah.
Have you ever attracted anything in your life?
I mean, I would like to believe I have,
I
but
have.
of course,
Oh
yeah,
my
I would
God.
like to believe that yes, I have had that. Yeah.
I do have. So do I.
You,
If
so
you think I have attracted many more things, ma'am, like smart mobile, laptop, money, friends, and good tutor as well English language. I think this is the most important thing for me. I was totally beginner and I didn't have a knowledge about English language. You know, I think 1.5 year ago I was speaking very well in Hindi language, but I didn't have knowledge about it. But now you can say I'm able to speak and I'm able to describe things properly, not like a good speaker, but I'm just trying to become like them.
I understand. No, that's fine. Obviously, manifest, but obviously, it should be purposeful manifestation, right? That's what
Hmm.
matters. You should purposefully manifest. You should work on what you're manifesting as well. So that's important. But yeah, good to know that you manifest as well.
Thank
Oh,
you. I appreciate that, ma'am.
yeah,
Just
that's
I have been trying to become bit perfect in English language. So I don't know. I have been practicing a lot since I have started my journey.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, keep on practicing. It will obviously reap certain things. Now, yeah, we'll move on to the topic of the day, which is about flowers, which I think is a great topic. Can you tell me a little bit about how do you think how are the different ways in which flowers can be used in today's times?
Flower.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it depends on people to people.
It depends. It
It
depends.
depends on
Not
people to
it's
people.
depend. It depends.
It depends people on people, people to people, because when I used to live at my home, so there I used to decorate my home as I had a lot of gods, like many gods I have. So that time I used to worship in and sometime like in evening time, sometime morning time, whenever I feel happy or I do some work. And my brother is very fond of doing things like those, he always like I'm unable to get that words. mm, like he has been planting, like flowers planting.
Hmm. Oh,
He,
yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
he has been planting flowers, vegetable trees,
You can also say
and
garden. I mean, no, not gardening. Planting, we generally plant trees, but yeah, okay, he has been growing flowers maybe. Yeah.
yeah, he's been doing great, and whenever he go outside, so he always bring flowers, like different flowers, and a lot of things, cage, cage, like a bird's cage.
Hmm.
Bird's cage. Oh my God, I forget. I don't know what is going on. Just, I was about to prepare my dinner, so that's why I was thinking about my dinner.
Hmm.
I'm unable to focus here 100% here, so that's why I
Hmm.
forgot that verse. Cage, yeah, cage.
Yeah.
Birds cage, yeah.
Okay, I
So
understand.
yeah, so my brother he is doing great so far. He has been doing great,
Hmm.
and yeah, I have a lot of flowers, like a trees, trees flowers,
Okay, I
and
understand.
yeah.
Okay, so what do you think are three things that we can learn from a flower?
I think you can where it doesn't matter wherever you are. Matter is that you want to do something or not. You have desire to do something or no. If you do not have a goal and you are so beautiful, you are so intelligent, you do not have any goal, so definitely you are worthless. Like good trees, like bananas, and I do not have a good examples to tell you because I do not have experience, a lot of experience like you guys. So I am unable to get those words. Ma'am, sorry
Hmm.
for that.
No worries. No worries. Yeah. Okay, so what were you saying? Like, what are the words you're trying to think of?
I don't get it. And I think you can learn from them. First thing is that I told you, it doesn't matter wherever you are. Matter
Okay.
is that you have a goal or not. And second one is that you are disciplined, you are dedicated or not. Towards your goal. If you want to do something, you have to focus 100%. And
Hmm.
third thing is that continuity, or you can say consistency.
Hmm.
So yeah, you can do whatever you want in your life.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So,
Mm.
what is one feature that you would want flowers to leave?